Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Oh, welcome back, everybody. She has years of experience in helping people answer questions, potentially get closure, and moving their life forward. As not only an intuitive individual, a medium, but as a Reiki master and so much more. She's got so much insight. I always love having her on here. And I learned so much. We just call her Ms. Q. That's all you need. InQuitive wisdom is what she provides. And she's back with us. How you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Love talking about manifestation. Last time we got together. And I feel that we left off there and didn't finish.
Right. Absolutely.
There's more.
Absolutely.
There's more to it. And I shared, and I'm still there with it. I kind of jumped off the manifestation wagon, and I don't want to because I believe wholeheartedly in it, in that what we think becomes our reality.
Absolutely.
How do you stay on track, on the path, without getting discouraged when things don't show up as soon as you think they should?
You know what? I believe each individual is different. That takes drive, right? If anybody wants something bad enough, they drive themselves. They vision it. They want it. They work towards it. But honestly, if you really don't know that drive, if you really don't know if this is a good fit with you, will you do it every day anyway? Will you sit and really concentrate on it? No, not if you're conflicted, that you're not sure if this is really what you want, or you don't know how to ask for it. Make sense?
It does. It's almost as if what we think we want may not be what we need.
We really need. Yeah.
And the only one that knows what we need is, call it the universe, source, or deep within you. Your body knows what you need. It knows.
Yeah, because that's your soul.
It's got the
your
answer.
soul gravitates to that because your soul knows what it came here to do. You as a human don't know because we just got pushed in this body. We don't know no crap. We don't remember nothing. That's why we get deja vu and things like that. Like, I've been here before, but we really don't know until we know. Right. So if some people have that pull, like, I know I'm supposed to do this. So they work hard at it and do it. And then some people go, it feels like I'm supposed to do this, but nothing has happened to me to let me know that I'm supposed to do this. You have people that actually, perfect example, I have somebody who they have a hobby. They're good at their hobby. And he literally asked me, why would the universe bring me such a gift that I'm good at and I don't do anything with it? I can't make any money off of it. So I asked him, I said, so let me ask you a question. What have you been doing towards this? All this stuff he's been doing, but has gotten nowhere. So I told him, I said, I don't want to break your heart or tell you can't do something that you can do. We're going to do it. I'm going to say two things. One, if you've been doing it over 10 years and it hasn't come to fruition yet, it's either spirit don't want you to go in that direction. That's not for you. It's just a gift that you have. Or two, it's something that you're not applying, or it's something that you're not doing, or they don't believe that you're ready. So that's why it's not coming to you. Right? People don't understand that we are the drivers. The universe is just the car. We have to press on the gas, though. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, what are you doing to be an entrepreneur? Universe is watching you. So if you say, I want to be on my own boss, but you don't even have an EIN, which is free, you're not doing anything to make this a company, then how are they going to give you the places? If you see that there's meetings out there that you can go to, meet and greets, but you don't go, you stand in the house, what the universe going to knock on your door and go, hey, the opportunity's out here. You got to go out and get it.
Okay, let's look at that right there.
Uh-huh.
You've got a talent. Like you said, you should be out there networking. You should be connecting with people so that you can use your talent to help others and also help yourself, compensate yourself,
Absolutely.
right? But in this example, somebody's not moving it forward. Like you said,
Right.
Tax ID number, whatever. Why didn't you get one? Why didn't you take the next step? It was free. What about that step? What is holding you back from moving forward?
That's it. And that's what people don't want to face. They do not want to face accountability. You have to take accountability for your own life. If you're a procrastinator, sometimes people will be like, well, I'm just a procrastinator. It takes me so long. Not really, because if it's something that you really want to do, 9 out of 10, you will not procrastinate.
That's my point.
Yeah.
If you want it bad enough, and if you do, it's probably so ingrained in your very being, your every fiber, every cell of your body, you're just going to get it done. You are going to push forward. You're just going to, I'm just going to do it. I'm moving forward.
Right.
This feels so right. It feels so right. And if you're not taking those steps, even though it seems reasonable in your mind, well, I can make some money at that. I'm really good at it. But you haven't taken the next step. Something is holding you back. And that something could potentially be you inside saying, yo, that's not what I should be doing. You should be doing that.
There's something stopping you. So it's either because you're just lazy, but far as it's not for you. I told him, I said, a perfect example. I know people that can sing like nobody's business, but it's not what they want to do. They go to church or you hear them around and you be like, God, why you don't have a record deal? Because I never wanted one, or I just never felt that pull to that's what they want to do. Yeah. But you hear this voice and go, oh my God, you're amazing. Like you should be singing. However, they're a tax analyst or they're a lawyer or they're a police officer because that's function. Just because you have an ability doesn't always mean that the creator gave you this ability to use it in that way. He just gave you an ability. And that's what people get stuck on. But I'm really good at it. Yeah, you're really good at it, but are you really good at it? Like, do you see yourself, everything that comes with it, the travel, like, do you see yourself that way? Do you see yourself that singer? Do you see yourself that policeman? If you can visualize you doing all the steps necessary, then that's how you know it's for you. But if you can only visualize that it makes money, then you might want to change your idea.
You have to eat, sleep, and breathe.
Exactly.
It's just autopilot. Like this is me. This is a part of me.
It comes natural.
And what, I didn't realize this until we talked last time, but me and a broadcast career, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted. I was obsessed.
And nobody could tell you any different.
No, it was my hobby. It turned it hobby, fun. I could be in the car with my mom and I'm 9 years old passing the radio station and looking up 31 West Main Street. I remember it clearly. It's not that station's not there anymore, but I remember looking up and saying, Mom, that's where they are. That's where they're the DJs are on the air.
And you felt that calling. You felt it.
I wound up there.
See?
I wound up there.
Spirit will take you, but you got to show them that you want it.
8 years
That's
later,
just it.
I'm there in that building, doing, and I was like freaky. Like I would see a transmitting tower. I'm like, wow, cool. I wonder what station transmits from there. Like all that, like obsessive, but it was me like that. You couldn't take that out of me.
It was normal. It didn't feel uncomfortable to do.
No.
Even if you was tired, I guarantee you was like, I'm supposed to record today, but I'm sleepy. But you was like, you know what? I need to record today.
100%. Even building studios, I would build them at home and then rebuild them and do it better and add this. I got an idea. I'm going to wire this and do that. It would be 3:00 in the morning and I'm still like a mad scientist.
And excited about it.
And then that is what I became.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I always wanted to be on the air, but I didn't think that. I knew I would be, whether I'm transmitting it myself or I'm at a station.
You was going to do it. You didn't care how.
And I did it.
If you never got on a radio station, you was like, I'm going to make my own radio station.
And I did.
And that's what the universe is looking for. They want to know if you are really aligned with that. Like, they already know you're aligned with that. They want to know if you know, because they know already. We don't know crap. They want to know how much are you
invested,
feeling it.
how
Yeah,
invested you are.
I know people that go from job to job to job and go, I just don't get it. I make so much good money, but I'm not happy. And I always tell them, are you really? Something, your soul is talking to you. Something, you know what it is. Maybe you feel embarrassed that you don't want to do it, that people's going to think it's a joke, or people going to tell you that that's far-fetched and that can't happen. Another thing I notice with my clients is the age. I'm too old to do it now. So then they stop themselves. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that. When is your time is your time, whether you started at 10 years or in your late 50s. If that was the journey that you needed to take to get there, then that's your journey that you need to take to get there. Yep. There is no in between. And you'd be surprised how many people believe it's there in between.
Do you feel somebody manifesting the perfect partner for them? That person maybe hasn't shown up, and maybe you feel defeated, deflated, like, I give up. I don't care anymore. Whenever they show up, they show up. Is that the right attitude to take? Number one.
Absolutely not. Okay, yes and no. I'm going to tell you why. Sometimes we concentrated on it so much that it makes us sick. And that's all we think about. So therefore, we don't do nothing else to help us along the way. I know people that they literally was like, I give up, so I'm just going to work. But the attitude, they still took that money and say, you know what, if I do get this business, I'm going to put it to the side. If I got the opportunity, I'm going to put it to the side. Then I know people that completely, well, if I can't do that, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to do nothing. Forget it. Since y'all don't want me to do that, I'm not going to do nothing. But it could be as simple as, you have to have money to do certain things. Like, you have to invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in you, no one is going to invest in you. But if you just quit like that, then the universe was like, if you can quit like that on your dream, why should I give it to you?
But could it also be, let's say, you're waiting for that person to show up. It's been a long time. It hasn't shown up. You wonder, what the heck's going on? Could it potentially be the universe is saying, no, you need to focus on this over here, whatever this is, whether it's your health, whether it's your career. Let the perfect person go for now.
Absolutely.
This is not for you now. You think it is,
right?
But no, we've got other things for you to be doing at this moment.
Right. Self-love. You'd be surprised how many people say they want this relationship and they don't even love themselves. Some people are in love with love. The idea of love, right. The idea of a relationship. But I got childhood trauma. I have abandonment issues. I self-sabotage. So when I do get this relationship, I'm going to push them away anyway. So the universe keep bringing you, the one you mirror. And then you say, well, that person had self-sabotaging issues. That no, you attract what you are. And that is real talk. If you have self-sabotage issues, you're going to attract that self-sabotage person. So if you're not getting the right person and the universe is saying, when you going to work on your childhood trauma? When you going to work on your self-love? When you going to go to the doctor and just check out yourself? You say you want to love somebody, but how are you going to love you and you're all sickly? Little things like that. Like, how are you gonna say you want this, but you're not even providing for yourself? So people, I hear women say, I want this man with a big bank account, blah, blah, blah. And I always ask them, can I ask you something? How do you want somebody to give you what you can't give yourself? You're not even there. So you want this man with a 7.5 figure salary and you work in Wendy's. No shade to people that work in Wendy's, but we have to be realists. Those people with those 7.5 figure salary is not looking for somebody in Wendy's. They looking for just a good person, but usually on their level. So again, sometimes we're not realistic. And that's just being honest. I know some women going to get mad at me, but it is what it is. We're not being realistic. That's it. You want the person that if there's no completion, you don't want to complete you. You want somebody to add to you. I want somebody to build me up.
compliment. That
I want
movie,
somebody to compliment.
the movie with Tom Cruise. I can't think of the name of it. Jerry Maguire, maybe.
Yes.
And in the movies, you complete me. No,
Yeah.
no, you don't want that.
You don't want completion. If you're not complete yet, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I think you need to go back to the drawing board, and there's some self-love issues. What you need is somebody who compliment you. You know, someone that when you have those down human days that can go, it's all right, babe. I got you. Like, it's okay. We can do this. Maybe let's sit down, see what you want. That's what you want. I want to build those 7.5 figures together. I don't want you to already have it, because now I'm going to feel less than. I'm going to feel like I'm not on your level. And what we're going to do, we're going to sabotage it. Even if you met that kind of person, I told her, you wouldn't even know what to do with it, because the first thing you would say was he was trying to control you because he gave you money and all, and then we would have a problem. So unless you can get yourself there, you got to make sure that your partner is somewhere that at least y'all meet on the middle playing field. Not saying you can't have nobody with 7.5 figures, but what are you doing to get there?
Right.
How can you meet them on their level?
And there may be a really good chance that they have attained that stature because they've done the work on themselves.
Absolutely.
And, even if it was family money, it would be gone if you haven't figured out your life and what's important.
Right. And what's important, how to invest it.
Right.
How to not let nobody take over with you. And not just not in relationship, but friendships. Quite honestly, we get sad because we become big. Our friends don't. So we want to carry the weight of them. But they didn't do the work like you do, because people don't know what you went through to get there. So, you're supposed to want to be at least on the same playing field so y'all can grow together.
And it's not to say
be any animosity.
That person at Wendy's might not be a good fit for that person with that huge salary if that person at Wendy's did the work and understands and has themselves in order.
Right. And I'm not saying you can't meet that person, but when you meet that person, you're like, yeah, I work at Wendy's now. But that's just for now. Like, this is what I have going on. Bang, 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 bang. Yep. And then that person with that figure be like, you know what? I can see that working. How about I help you get there?
Yep.
That's what they're looking for. You don't want to just say, I want that, I want that, I want that. You want somebody that help you get there too. Well, teach me how you did that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that drive, like, no, you go into the office. I don't want to learn none of that stuff. I'm going to Wendy's. How are you elevating with them? You're not on the same level. And that's just that.
They may be very spiritual. And the person working at Wendy's may be very spiritual. And they see eye to eye at that point because they've both done individually work on their own.
Exactly.
And that's,
and you both have drive and you want to obtain something and you want to see yourself get there. Even if you get there and then he say, you know what, or she say, you don't have to do that. I'm happy. You still have to be happy with you. No one can make you happy. No one can make you feel whole. If you are not happy with yourself, if you don't feel complete within you, if you don't love you, you will not attract the right partner. I don't care how much you manifest. You are going to keep getting what you give out.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
And you may think you need somebody to complete you or just, in your life. But when you get to the point when you've done the work on yourself and you're in a good place, you realize that I don't need anybody else. Hey, if they show up, that'd be wonderful. That's great. We're on the same page. But in the meantime,
another thing I tell women, stop thinking about it. Stop chasing it.
Yeah.
What have you done for you to make you happy? Everybody laughs at me because I can go to dinner by myself. I can go to dinner, have a drink by myself, easy, with no problem. I don't feel lonely. I don't look around the room and go, everybody's staring at me. I give less than a two-fly hootenanny. When I need a break and I want to go be with me because I like me, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And everybody don't like themselves. That's the problem. I feel like this. If you can't sit by yourself with yourself, then you got a lot of work to do.
I think I shared with you that I felt uncomfortable going to dinner by myself 3 years ago. That was the first time I ever did it, ever. I was like, and it was just working late and I'm hungry. I'm just going to go. But I'll never forget that meal. I'll never forget that beer I had. It had so much flavor. and I didn't have to give me to anybody else. It was like,
No,
whoa, because I
that feels
believe
good.
it feels good. We only have so much to give. We only have so much energy. And when you're with somebody else, the energy is given to them.
Yes.
And that can be
And then what
really
happens,
good.
we don't give none to ourselves. It
Right.
has to be a balance. So if you already know the things necessary that you need for you, when you do get in that relationship, you don't lose yourself. You say in the beginning of the relationship, hey, I like to go to brunch by myself. I don't need you. I like to go have me a drink sometimes by myself. Sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. I want to sit in the corner of the room, read a book, or just veg out on the couch and watch TV all day. Watch Lifetime all day. I can watch HD TV all day with a nice hot cup of coffee and just working,
Mm-hmm.
maybe creating a workshop or creating a class. And I am so content and in peace. Where sometimes my kids come in like, you all right? I am absolutely okay. Get out.
Get out.
You're messing up the woosah. Like,
Yeah.
if you can do that by yourself, you'd be amazed what you can do with a partner.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're in your zone. This is where I'm
Yes.
supposed to be. I'm doing my thing. I'm happy. It's like you could be working with a team of 50 people on something or yourself. It's the same feeling because you got you.
Right. Right. Because
Yeah.
you know you. Because you're already happy with you. You already established that relationship with you. And that's what the key goal is. You have to establish that relationship with you. I tell people, practice in the mirror. Talk to you. That's
Mhm.
hard. I had a client tell me that's hard. Well, here, I'm going to give you a mirror. If you look in that mirror, you'd be surprised what you start thinking about yourself, what you start looking at yourself. My
Mhm.
shadow work course, I make sure they look in that mirror. Tell me what you like about you. Once you start hesitating, once you start can't say anything, then we got work to do. You're
Mm.
supposed to be able to look in that mirror and go, I like this, I like this, I like this. I don't like this. I would change this. It should be a flow. Because then this way you don't need nobody to validate you. You don't need nobody to tell you you're pretty or, whatever it is that, you don't like it or you don't like your body and all that. I'm not going to ask nobody if you think I need to lose weight because I know I need to lose. I don't need you, So it's just that once you have that relationship with you, you're happy with you, then everything else will manifest
Mm.
evenly in a flow
Yeah.
because we hold ourselves back from that flow.
The game changer for me was realizing that nobody can love you better than you love yourself. Nobody
Amen.
knows you better than you know yourself.
That's right.
And nobody will have your back better than you.
And I'm going to add one for you. And no one's going to please you better than you. And that's what on any level.
Yeah. Because
Sometimes I just need a day.
you know yourself. You know what you
nails
need.
and toes. That pleases me.
Yeah.
You want, oh, girl, I go with you. Absolutely not. I don't need, I'm going to go by myself. I'll meet you back there. Now, is it good to go to the gang with sometimes? Or yeah, absolutely. But sometimes you have to have a relationship with you.
But you need to identify when those times are. You need to know, when to say no, when,
Right.
you know what, I don't want to hang out with them today. I just want to,
Right.
Listen, I have an event tonight and it's a friend connected, all good. I don't know if I'm going. I haven't thought about it. I'm going to later on this afternoon. I'll think about it. And
you think about it more.
I'm gonna.
But you know why?
Use my
Because you are
intuition.
comfortable with you.
Yeah.
There's a lot, and you know what? That means you did the work. That also means that you were uncomfortable at one time, but you were okay sitting in that uncomfortable. I tell everybody that it's uncomfortable sitting by yourself sometimes.
Well,
But
yes.
until you learn to be comfortable in your own uncomfortable, you're never going to be all right.
Well, the question is, what do you want? I'm asking myself, do I really want to go? Forget about me not showing up and then others thinking, well, where was he? He didn't show up.
That's people pleasing.
That's people pleasing. What do I want? I'm not really sure. I got to think it later. I'm going to tap into my intuition. What do I feel like doing? And
do I really want to be bothered with a whole bunch of people just because I know they're looking for me? Could I go and just say hi and leave? Yeah.
I could.
Do I really not care?
Half hour drive.
Okay, right? All that plays into
There's
it,
the
right?
scale. You got to weigh the scale, right?
I'm tired. I've been working all day. Yeah, maybe sure you start early in the morning.
Yeah. So but it comes down to one thing. What do you want? You need to listen to the inside. What do you want? Or listen to you because you have such great insight, and it just make things clear and like you get to the point. I love it. I really do.
Right.
How do we
Absolutely.
find you? What's the best way?
So you can give me a call and schedule an appointment. Telephone number is 839-232-9339. Or you guys can go to www.inquitivewisdom.com. That's intuitive with a Q. And reach out and do an appointment that way as well. I do have workshops, all that stuff. Just check me out. I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, it's all about energy, and you do a fabulous job in explaining it and understanding it. And
absolutely,
yeah. And I tell everybody about sessions that we've had and things you've revealed using your mediumship.
Absolutely,
amazing.
Absolutely, it's a great combination because I get to help you when you don't want to help you. So,
yeah.
I also, just to let everybody know, if you can't afford it, I have Afterpay. I have payment plans. I want you to, the money thing is not the thing. I want you to be all right. We're trying to make better people in this world because there's too many not.
Yeah. Yeah. And too many that haven't figured them out yet. And that's where you come in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Q, always great talking with you. Thanks for being here today.
As always, I appreciate you, Steve.
Likewise.
We'll talk soon.
You got it.
All right.
Okay, thanks a lot. We'll be right back. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.